Hey friends, welcome back. You're listening to episode number 53. Oh man, today's episode was so fun for me. I was beyond honored to have Andre Sloan, man of God, singer, songwriter, artist, and more here to talk with me about how God led him to his purpose. We talk about how Andre, who was a top athlete in high school and received an academic scholarship, got into singing and songwriting and artistry. Andre Sloan is an inspirational artist from Houston, Texas. He seeks to help others through sharing his story of pain, life's tragedies, and amazing triumph. From HIV and homosexuality to overcoming hardship and turning experiences into activism. Andre believes that he is called to heal, set free, and deliver God's people through song and testimony. His prayer is that folks accept his music and art as radical praise and apply the messages given by God to their everyday life. You guys, he is the total package. He is so incredible and fun and a true joy to talk to. I could literally talk to him all day long. One day, I hope to be able to wrap my arms around him and give him a massive hug. I just fell so much in love with him, and I hope that you fall in love with his sweet demeanor and his message as well. I just don't have enough praise for this magnificent human and his message that God loves you no matter what. Let's dive in. You're listening to the Live with Audacity podcast. I'm your host, Melissa Stewart. Audacity is defined by Merriam-Webster as intrepid boldness or disregard for normal constraints. And that's exactly what we have here. The Live with Audacity podcast is aimed at giving you the courage to explore your someday dreams, do things your way, and start making things happen in your life right now. I'm a mama to 4 kiddos ranging from college student to kindergartner, wife to a high school football and track coach, and a multi-passionate entrepreneur. Together with my guests, we're going to teach you how to live with audacity and intentionality, discover and utilize your unique skills and talents, and step into who you are meant to be in order to make your someday dreams a reality. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the Live with Audacity podcast. I am so excited about today's episode. And guys, I know I say that every single week, but I just have been so blessed to get to talk to so many amazing people. And this week's episode is no different in that way, but oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. So today I have the honor and pleasure to have Andre Sloan here. He is an inspirational artist from my hometown, Houston, Texas, and he has an incredible story of overcoming hardship, experiencing all sorts of things. And I don't want to give any of it away because I want him to be able to tell his story. But what he does is he delivers a message through his music, and it is so powerful. He does art, and he just is so incredible, and he just wants to bring so many people to the Lord and get them to experience the Lord's love. And I'm just so excited to talk to you today, Andre. First of all, welcome to the show.
Hi, everyone. What's up?
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you because we're going to have so much fun. Okay, so tell me a little bit about how in the heck you got to this place that made you say, you know what, I have to do music.
Wow, I'm just really trying to stop smiling so hard. Wow, crazy question. So in high school, I was an athlete. I was ranked in the state of Texas in basketball. I went to regionals in track. I was very scared in high school to sing. I didn't sing because I was so sports driven. So a lot of my friends in high school will vouch for me and tell you that I was not the one to grab a microphone to try to stand in front and do anything of that sort.
Yeah.
A singer, then I'll just let you do that. I knew that I could sing, but I didn't know that that would be my main platform. So fast forward, I go to college, Lamar University, on an academic scholarship, and in hopes
Wait,
to
hold on.
yeah,
So you did sports and were incredible in sports, and then you
yeah,
also got an academic scholarship?
yeah. I was number 10 in my class. Number 10 in my class.
Okay, Mr. Perfect.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I was very smart. I was very driven by honor. Period. I always wanted to get good grades. My mom made me do that. Um,
That's awesome.
Thank you. So just fast forward, I went to college in hopes of walking on to Lamar University's basketball team because they had just become Division One. And the reason why I took Lamar University wasn't because of sports, even though I had basketball college offers. It was close to home, and I don't know why I wanted to be so close in Beaumont, which is like an hour away. But it happens. It happened to be the thing that I was supposed to do because after my first semester, my mom ended up calling us, the family, and it was a family emergency. And she had been battling a case that she had not told anyone about since 2007. And the day that she called, she got booked 3 years federal time. So I had to stop everything that I was doing to come home and hear that news and immediately take care of my family. So the dreams that I thought that I had as far as this
Yeah.
scholar and basketball player, they were like shot, and I didn't know what to do at that time. I
Oh
did
my
not know
gosh.
what to do. So
So I have a couple questions.
yeah, come on through it.
Tell me about your family and kind of who did you have to come home and take care of? And man, how in the wide world did you go through that? Like what were your feelings at? Where
I
were your feelings at during that time?
Um, the feelings were so dark at that time that I can't even like relive them. I can tell you, like, I can't tell you exactly how I felt, but I can tell you the actions, like what I actually did,
Yeah.
because it was really a dark time for me. So I ended up coming home. My mom had a business called Quality Healthcare. It was a day center for psych patients. So she owned that business. So when I came home, I got appointed to all, business and finances and stuff like that because I had been shadowing my mom for so long. Like I'm the one who, handles the finances. I'm the one who like knows the ropes of, doctors and Medicaid and Medicare and stuff like that. So when I came home, my family actually worked for the business. So not only did I had to have to take care of them as far as like payroll and stuff like that, my mom actually had, actual clients. So I had to go grocery shopping and renew food stamps and take care of my own household and pay families' bills because they were working for the actual company and
Yeah.
take care of my little brother, which was the most important because he was so young in elementary school, and that was traumatic for him too. So I had to put on this huge hat that wasn't mine at all, and it
Yeah.
was devastating. It was I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to do it, um, but it got done by the grace of God. Thank you.
Yeah. That's incredible. And so how long was your mom away? You said 3 years, right?
Yes, my mom was away for approximately 3 years. We visited every weekend, and that was kind of hard on us too financially. Just driving um, way out there to go visit her every week and to get, directions from her on what to do. And she's trying to, guide us from the inside, and she really
Oh,
can't. And it was it was a whole hard time for me and my brothers. It was really
yeah.
hard.
How many are there of y'all?
So it's four total.
Okay.
Three of us live with my mom, and my other brother stays in Colorado.
Okay, okay. So are you the oldest out of the 3 at home?
No, I'm actually the middle child, so I'm next to the baby.
Okay,
Um,
so that's hilarious because I feel like the middle child,
yeah,
like,
I say we're more focused.
it's so true. Our middle child at my house, she's like the one that's successful and has done all the things. And, I look, she got the benefit of me trying to figure it out, right? And then
Right,
so she got to learn from me and do it better.
right. My little
And then
brother,
Yeah, and then the baby is just like the baby, so they get whatever they want, and they don't have anyone to have to answer to really. So I feel like the middle child always has it together.
Well, I thank you, God, for making me a middle child. Shout out to all the middle children out there.
Okay, so once you got through that, take us through where you kind of what changed for you. What happened next?
So I was in a place where I didn't know direction. I kind of knew who God was, but I only knew who God was because, I mean, I don't want to say I was forced to know who God was, but it was tradition. You know, you go to church, you wake up, you know, you
Yep.
praise the Lord. That's what you do. Um, so when my mom left, I became so just vulnerable to many, many different things. Um, I was always fatherless. My father had been in prison for life since I was born. So I never had a father figure like growing up. So when mom left, I decided I wanted to discover how to be a man, you know, and how to step up for a family or how to do what the society says the man is supposed to do because nobody in my family had that example on, you know, on doing it. And in that, um, I seeked to find that in men. So I found myself going into a realm of homosexuality where I was trying to look for this answer because I never knew what it was to actually like be a man, be a man. So it resulted
Yeah.
in me actually, you know, sleeping with them and talking to them because I wanted to know so bad, like what to do. Um, and that led to just like a whole whirlwind of just mixed emotions and feelings and regret and sorrow. And I was waking up every day saying, like, this cannot be like who I am. And then God just started giving me these different tunes and different words and different melodies and different songs. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'll write this down, but I don't think this is like for anyone. And then I realized
Really?
for me. It's for me. It was for me. It wasn't for anyone else. So this album
Yeah.
was literally me, you know, mirroring the man who I six is the, you know, biblical number of man. So it was God dealing with me. Each track, each song, it was God really, you know, speaking to me. And this was written in 26. This was 2016 music. It's just coming out now because I literally had to walk out what I was singing.
Right. Oh my gosh, so incredible. And so I know that in your bio you say overcoming homosexuality. Do you feel that that's true? And how did the album, if so, how did the album help you do that?
Oh, most definitely. I feel anytime you go through something and you feel in your heart that it's, you know, not you or not what you're supposed to do, I feel like it's always room to overcome any adversity in life, period, no matter what it is. It's always room to overcome something. And to be an overcomer means defeating what you actually are bound by. So I was bound by something that I wasn't born, you know, like into. So
Okay.
it wasn't hard to say, or it's not hard to say that I overcame something because I don't live the same way that I used to live. And I don't do
Okay.
the same things that I used to do. So that definition to me speaks about overcoming. Um,
Absolutely.
and yeah, I believe it's true, man. We are overcomers. We're overcome by the blood of the Lamb, you know? So,
Oh, I just love it. Okay, so tell me how writing this album really brought you closer to the Lord and built that relationship for you.
so writing this album, it was so much truth that came through. I remember my first single was Show Me Lord. So you guys, please go listen to Show Me Lord. I was writing it and I wrote it, I sang it, you know, I sang it for some friends, whatever. It was like, man, this song is really good. And to me, I was just, you know, it was fun to do. I was writing something, people were noticing it, it was good. And then about I want to say a month later in 2016, I got diagnosed with HIV. Um,
Okay.
and that was like the most traumatic thing to do. And I didn't know what to do. And most times we always ask God to take things away from us, but we don't ask
Mhm.
him how to show us how to do it so we can have the wisdom and the knowledge to defeat it the next time something arises. So then Show Me Lord came to my head. I was like, wow, I wrote that song because I was going to need it for a time like this. I needed him to show me what to do at that moment because I didn't know.
Oh my God, I have chills all over. You're so right about that. Again, just reiterating what you just said, we always ask, Lord, why am I in this place? Why is this happening to me? Rather than help me deal with this in the best way so that I can A, show other people that they can do it as well, but B, also know how to handle adversity the next time it comes up. Man, that's so powerful. Oof.
It's God. It's not me.
It really is. It's so moving. I'm, all misty over here. um I'm a very emotional person. It's all right.
Me too. It's
um
probably fine.
yeah, okay. So talk walk me through that. Walk me through how you dealt with that.
So after Show Me Lord, I really started to try to declare things over myself. I felt like making personal declarations was going to be the way not only to be healed, but to be free. So I started writing little declarations on like my mirror, like, you're not going to die. You must live. You shall live and not die. Like, you are healed. You are saved by the blood. Like, God covered me, like these type of things. And the reality is we expect this magical or majestic wave of it's going to be all gone, and
Right.
not know that it's supposed to be for a purpose. And I didn't know what that purpose was at the moment. Now, sitting here with an album full of 10 songs and declarations, like, I know that the purpose was to heal, set free, and deliver God's people through song and testimony. And that's what I go by. Like, it's so many people out there battling with HIV or don't even know that they even have it because they're so afraid to go get tested. Or it's people out there that just, especially how I grew up, people out there just having unprotected sex and, afraid to, tell a partner that, they feel weird or that it's something going on with the body. And I wanted to let people know that, it's okay. Like, you can be healed in Jesus' name. And healing does not mean all the time taking what keeps us, I don't want to say keeps us closer to him, but taking what we've done on this earth. And I'm sorry, it's just a lot going through my head right now.
No,
It's just,
you're good. You're totally good. I love that you said that you weren't sure what the purpose was, and that you started claiming these declarations and essentially affirmations. How do you feel like, because okay, so in Christianity, a lot of people don't like the air quote mindset, things of that nature, because they feel like it's all up to God, and there's nothing they can do. It's just His will, and those sorts of things. Tell me how you worked that out for you, and knowing that those affirmations were helping you to remind you, I guess, of, I'm putting words in your mouth now, which I don't intend to do, but just, that you knew that those affirmations are things that you needed to hear every day to remind you that, yes, God is in control, but I also need to make sure that I am focused on Him. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does. It's a relationship, it's a partnership. It's 50-50. Like, we cannot expect God to do all the work for who he is and us not put our best foot forward. We're supposed to speak those things as though that they are. We are supposed to be renewed by the transformer of our own mind. If you're a Christian and you're a believer, you're supposed to believe that thing. How many times have we said things and then all of a sudden it happened? I know for a fact 99% of the people that I know have said things or declared things over themselves, or even just said like random things, and it end up coming, to pass because
Yeah.
life and death is in the power of like we have it in our tongue.
Oh,
So
so good.
whatever you speak, um, it's in the atmosphere. And I always say this, that energy is the cause and effect of itself. So whatever you put out, it's bound, like it has to, it's not biased, it's going to come back to you. So if you're putting out negativity and you can't do this, and I, I don't think that I'm going to be an overcomer, I don't think that I can overcome this, like that's the life that you're going to live. But if you speak these things, I am this, I am that. If the devil tells you that you are something, know that you are not. If he tell you that you is something, know that you are not. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
those things over yourself, because our words hold weight. It's weight to them.
Yeah. I love it so much because it's so true, right? We get to control our thoughts. And so when we control our thoughts about situations, I feel like it's just like a confirmation of, yes, Lord, I have the faith that you are here with me. I have the faith that you are helping me. I have the faith that you are walking next to me. I love that you said it's a partnership. That is so true and so important to point out, right? Again, you can't expect him to do everything. You have to take the action. You have to believe. You have to have that faith that it's coming to you, whatever it is that you're seeking.
Right. Right. That's
Yeah.
100% true.
So tell me a little bit about Art Lives Matter. I am on your website right now, and it's so good. I'm just so obsessed with you. I think you're so incredible. So I love getting to hear your story. So tell me about that.
So initially, and my manager can vouch for me. Initially, I didn't know what Art Lives Matter was going to be. I just knew that God gave me something, and I created it because the words Art Lives Matter, we are created in His image. So we are all walking masterpieces. So I wanted to try to figure out a way to make all creatives comfortable with creating independently, because with this album I've done independent work, so I kind of know what steps to actually take to be an independent artist, because I am an independent artist. So I want to teach others how to actually do that. So I wanted Art Lives Matter to be a collective space where artists can come, whether you are a great writer, a great singer, a great whatever piece of instrument that you use. If you are great, if you argue, great. If you debate, great. Whatever your gift is, I want to try to help mold that in a way where you can not only benefit from it financially, but benefit from it by helping others who don't know how to do what you are skilled at.
I love that so much because that is 100% what I teach and coach on, is that you are made perfectly unique, and the Lord put every single thing inside of you that you need to be who He has called you to be. And so, oh, it just fills me up that to meet someone else that truly believes that and is seeking to help people do just that, right? And so tell me how you think, because it's my favorite subject in the universe, tell me how you think authenticity matters when it comes to figuring out what that purpose and that gift is that you are meant to use to serve the world with.
This generation, the generation that I grew up in, we know fake from real. I don't care what you're saying. I don't care what comes out of your mouth. I don't care how you walk into the room. I don't care who you're with. I don't care what you're wearing, what jewelry you have on, how much you have in your bank account. We know real from fake. If you are not being your best, authentic, transparent self, you're not going to get the fullness of what you're actually trying to do, or your purpose will not be fulfilled. Because I believe that transparency and authenticity, basically hand in hand, synonyms. I believe that is the key to get into the kingdom. I do.
Oh, yeah.
We were not called to be someone we're not, if that makes sense. Like,
Yeah,
we were-
and if you believe that he is the creator of everything, why would
right,
you be ashamed of how he made you, right? Like, be your stinking self.
Yeah, just be yourself. Oftentimes we get caught up in trying to impress and trying to be liked and not knowing that, Jesus wasn't liked by many. He wasn't liked
Yeah.
a lot by many people. And if we are supposed to be living a life like him, then we have to accept that if we come in our true form, we won't be liked. It's okay. Some people will like us and some people won't. Some people are going to stone us, quote unquote. Some people are not. And that's just how life is. But I would rather go through life being who I am to get to where I'm going than being somebody else and have to unpack on every night and then put on another face in the morning.
Yes, totally agree, right? And I think when we're not completely authentic and we like you said, keep putting this robe or this face on every day of somebody that we're really not, it is so stressful and leaves us weary and sad and feeling really alone. But when you can be your true authentic self, you start to find people that really value you for who you are,
Right.
and your heart, and you really develop those deeper relationships because
Right.
then you're actually finding people who love you for being you rather than for what you can provide for them or how you can help
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, that's good. That is really good.
Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. I could literally sit here and talk to you all day
I know,
long.
right? I'm comfortable now. Let's
So,
talk.
yeah. So, tell me a little bit about some of the songs that are on the album and how the heck we can get it.
Wow. Okay. So, okay, I'll start with this one. This is one of my favorites, which every time it's I have a song that's my favorite, and my band actually like be like, oh no, every time I pick a favorite, they just kind of go against it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. But I have a song called "I Killed Jesus," and the title is very controversial, so that's why I really want people to listen to it. But
Yeah.
I wrote the song because every day I found myself doing the same thing, expecting different results. Insanity, of course. And every time we deliberately sin against him, we put him back on a cross for somebody that's something that he already died for. So in the song, it says that we're those chains, we're those nails every time we think he fell. We're those whips, we're those stones when we fall in love. When we fall in love with wrong, we kill Jesus because we continue to deliberately do things to put him back on the cross when he already died for it.
Oh, that is so, so deep. Oh, man.
Thank you
Oh,
so
it's so
much.
good.
Yeah, we're murderers sometimes, and we shouldn't be, but it's life.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that brings me to a great question. How
Yeah.
do you feel like, obviously we can ask for forgiveness and do our absolute best, but how can we not be murderers of Jesus?
Stand in your word. This is personal declaration right now. Like for the past 9 days, I want to say 9 or 10 days. And yes, I'm always in my word, people. So don't try to stone me for what I'm about to say. 9 days, I have been consciously studying the word because before I would study and then you end up slipping in some type of category, whatever your slippage is, and you end up quote unquote what they call backsliding. You end up cursing. You end up doing something you're not supposed to do, and then you have to run back to it, and then you have to I felt like that I always had to hit the restart button with Christ every time I messed up or did something. When we know the steps, we know what to do to be holy or to live a holy life, and that is to be in the living word. So for the past 10 days, I have been studying the word, and I can assure you that I have not did anything bad or backslid anything. But every time you take a break or you think
Yeah.
enough of the living word, something always arises. And not saying that it won't arise while you're in the word, but while you're in the word, if something arises, I promise you, whatever you're reading can defeat what arises.
Oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, this is
It's
just
all
so.
living. It's all living. It's all living. So I just encourage people just to stay in the word, just learn it more, dissect it, read it. I literally like a year or two ago just found out what meditating on the word is. It's repeating all keep it in your face, say it, declare it all day, every day, meditate on
Yeah.
it. That's what it
Meditate
means.
on it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love that you're saying that because I think a lot of people hear that word and they're like, "Oh my God, no, can't do that. It's not good. It's not Christian, whatever." But all meditation is meditating on the word is like Andre said, keeping it with you, keeping it in your heart, keeping it in your mind, and thinking about it, and like you said, dissecting it and going over it and learning more and more and more about it. And I feel like the more we grow, sometimes it provides a different message for us. So, I can read a verse today, but in a month, if I'm in a different headspace or I have a different experience or something, it might come off in a totally different manner. So,
Right.
oh man. So, gosh, I have so many questions. So, how do you, because it's just so good and it's so fun to
That's
talk
all
about this.
the answer.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people don't take the time to have these kinds of conversations. How can we use the word and um because we all have our own perceptions of what the word says, and I feel like a lot of it is left for interpretation with where you are in your life. I
Right.
truly believe that. How do you feel like using the word and hearing it and meditating on it can help us through times like we're experiencing right now in the US? It's pretty crazy.
Right. I think it first starts off with knowing who he is. And once you know who he is, then you would know how to, I guess, handle or be in certain situations. Like he is peace. And if he is peace and his word is living and he is in the beginning was the word and the word was with God and the word was God. So if it is him, then it's in the word. So you find that by, again, we're going to go right back to it, staying in the word. It might sound cliche, but it's real. It's our blueprint as believers.
Oh, I gotta be honest with you. I just got chills when you said that because that has been like a word that has sat with me for a couple of weeks now. Is the word blueprint? We all want a map. We want to know what to do. How's it going to
Right,
work out? And God, blueprint is like one of the best words for me right now. And you're right. The Bible is our blueprint of how to move forward and how to handle different things that come up. So if you have a question about any of it, dive into your Bible, find a Bible study, find a friend that is, that believes with you and talk it out with them. I think that's
right,
just, we're supposed to be in community and we are supposed to help each other. So find someone that can help you do that.
right. And if you can't find anyone, just do what I do. Whatever you're going through, Google it and put Bible behind it, and a whole bunch of verses will pop up. And then you just start from the beginning and read the whole chapter.
Yeah. So, that's an actually really great idea. I'll also say that if you're in a place where you can't find someone, dude, just start talking to God because he's
That's it.
literally
Out.
always there, always listening, and you can just talk to him like he's your friend. And I think a lot of people feel, a lot of people like you and I who are raised in the church and raised on Christianity and by the air quote by the book, we think it all has to be so formal and
Right,
get on your knees and put your hands together. It's not, it doesn't have to be like that. It can be like that, but you can literally be driving down the road and just be talking to him like he's your best friend, and you
yeah.
should do that.
He is I am. He is everything. So whatever you need him to be, he is that.
Oh, it's so good. This has been so incredibly
I
refreshing for me.
know. At first I was so nervous, and now I'm just so comfortable. I'm like a little motor mouth over here.
It's so fun, right?
Yeah.
um it's so funny because I feel like and it's going to sound cliche, right? But I really
Mhm.
truly feel, I told Ken this when we were booking the call, that I put it in the universe. It's going to make me emotional because it's just so cool how it happens. I put it in the universe that I wanted to talk to people that had a really incredible overcoming story. And I talk to a lot of coaches because I'm in that world, and I really wanted to branch out and find more people who had such an overcoming story, and I wanted to be able to tell their stories. And then when Ken reached out to me and he said, "Hey, I have this guy you might be interested in." Immediately after, we talked a little bit about you and your story, I just was like, "Oh my god, I can't even believe that I just said it out loud, and it's being literally dropped in my lap." And it's just the coolest thing when that happens. So take
Oh, I was
Andre's advice
giving
and
you a big virtual hug right now.
speak it out, declare it, say what you want, because you can have it, and it can come so easily to you when you're in flow, when you do God's work and God's will for your life. It can come so easily sometimes.
Right. It definitely, I'm telling you, he will definitely grant the desires of your heart.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, so tell me, what is your next desire that you're going to go for?
I want a Grammy. I want a Grammy. I want an Oscar. I want a Tony. I want an Emmy.
Oh
and
my
not
God,
just
we are going to be
because
best friends, I swear.
and not just because those things, bring fame. I literally want to go into. I thank God for me being very gifted, and I thank Him for giving me, multiple talents. I want to model. I want to go. I want to be in movies. I want to be in TV shows. I want to do these things for one sole purpose: is I want to tell people about Christ, set free, heal, and deliver God's people through song and testimony. I want to go through each genre, each category, and let people know like that who he is, and it's real. I'm a normal guy from Houston, Texas. I'm cool, I'm calm, I'm collected, I'm fun, I'm funny, I tell jokes, I laugh, I go out with friends. I'm a normal person, and he can use anyone. I did not know that. I thought I was just like a rag that just want to be tossed away. But when I look at everything that I've been through, I'm like, he literally can use anyone. He used Paul. He used Paul. He
Yeah.
was literally killing Christians. Like he was killing God's people. And he literally turned his life around and used him. And if he did it before, he can do it again.
Oh, yes, so good. So good. Yeah, I want to make sure that we're pointing out to people that if you feel like a dirty old rag right now that's about to be thrown out, first of all, reach out to one of us because we will help you realize that that is super not the case. And that if you please just hang on, have faith, and declare that he will deliver you from it, and I promise that he will.
Right. That's right. That's true. We have to put the work in as well.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's do a quick rapid fire. This has been so incredible. What is a book, article, person, or talk that changed your life?
Oh my God, Vadi Bachman. His name is Vadi Bachman. He's on YouTube. Um, I think I say this right. Theologian is what they call him.
Yeah.
He theology. Um, I had always been like about reading scripture and taking it for what it is. And sometimes you say, hey God, give me revelation of this scripture, give me this. But oftentimes we as believers get hit with a question that we can't answer. And he hits on it, why the Bible? Like why I choose to read the Bible. And when I watched his video, I was just so taken away about all the facts, not false stuff, all the facts of why he read the Bible and why it's the most credible thing to read. Like why is it that? And it's just so profound. So if you do not know Vadi Bachman, that's Voddie Baucham. Vadi Bachman. He is an awesome, awesome leader. And you should check out his video, Why the Bible. It is so dope. He will teach you as a believer
Okay.
how to say, how to let other people know who try, because there's some people out there that try to get you. If you say you're a believer, yeah, why do you believe? They're
And then
questions.
they try to quiz you and they expect you to
Yeah,
know
then they
all
try
the
to yeah,
answers in the universe. Yeah.
yeah, he gives you a great, great, great quote to shut all that down. So I encourage you guys to listen to it.
I always say, dude, I don't know. I'm not Jesus.
Right.
He's the one that knows all those answers. I don't know.
I don't know if I don't know if I can say quote it 100%, but he says that the Bible is a collection of historical documents written by eyewitnesses in the lifetime of other eyewitnesses. They report supernatural events and claim that their prophecies are divine instead of human origin. And that alone, when you dissect that alone, wow, it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, and it's again, here we come back to that word blueprint, right? It is the blueprint
Yeah,
for your life. Like it,
yeah.
there's no other book that has stood the test of time and that can
No.
truly be applied to every era. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
and
I
and
love
it's
it.
and it's even an excuse for non-believers because he says like look around you, look at what's created. Like I created everything, so why wouldn't you think that I am who I am?
Yeah.
Who else you
You,
think sun or a moon
s-
or stars, not people?
oh my gosh, so good, right? Because I actually had this experience probably almost a year ago now where I really started to get into not like researching it a lot, but really starting to understand astrology a little bit more and things like
Mhm.
that. And I came across a video of a preacher saying, "You can't believe in astrology. You know, that's not of this. You know, that's not of Christ, and that's of this world, and yada yada." I'm like, but he made everything, so I'm confused how it's not okay. He I mean, if he can take the time to make me exactly how he sees fit, why couldn't he
Right,
do that with the stars and the moon and literally
right,
everything?
right.
So yeah, that boggles my mind that people think that. But anywho, that's just a personal belief of mine. Tell me about your favorite Friday night at home.
My favorite Friday night at home is literally cooking for the family, and I hope that it's a basketball game because LeBron James is in the finals right now. Thank God. I
Oh my
love
gosh,
cooking.
can you even believe we're watching the finals in October? Like, what is happening?
No, it does feel weird. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah, like
but
what's going on? It's so
yeah.
crazy.
Friday night is just cooking for the family. Normally, all my brothers will play. We'll hop on the game together. We all play online. We love Call of Duty. My
Okay.
mama, and that's it. Just family
Yeah,
time.
that's awesome. I love that. And I think family time is so important. But what's more important right now is if you tell me who, before LeBron James entered the NBA, who was your favorite player before that?
Oh wow, that's crazy because I have a couple, and they were big names, but they wasn't as big as some names. But I loved Steve Nash. He was
Okay.
just a solid point guard. I think he's like the 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 poster of what a true point guard should actually be. And of course, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant. He was just an animal on the basketball court. He just commanded attention. He knew what to do. His IQ level was so high and so great. So yeah, I'll take those two. Definitely
Okay,
Kobe.
awesome. I love it. And so, did you get a chance to watch the MJ documentary? Or I guess it's not necessarily an MJ documentary, but the Lakers documentary? I'm sorry,
Uh,
the Bulls documentary?
a little. I didn't watch a lot. I like Michael Jordan, but I mean, he's not like my favorite. So I didn't really just
Yeah,
honestly.
dive into it. Man,
I,
it's so interesting. If you get a chance, you should watch it just because they
okay,
talk about the whole team and how it came together and all
right.
that stuff. It's for me, it was really interesting. Anyway, okay, so we'll move on from basketball. um, what was your dream job as a kid?
Oh man, my dream job as a kid was to be a boss of something. Seriously. So seriously, I have 10 years experience in restaurant management, corporate restaurant management. So I was a general manager of a Little Caesars for about 3 years. I was a general manager of a Jimmy John's for about 2.5 years. And I
Okay.
was a general manager of a local coffee shop in Houston as well. And I like managing, I like creating systems, I like getting structure, I like doing those type of things. So my dream job was always like to be a boss.
Oh my God. I literally cannot wait until I get to meet you in person and I'm going to hug you like a spider monkey because I swear
Yes,
to
yes,
goodness, we are like the same person, just complete opposites of each other. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
oh my God, it's just so incredible. I can't wait because systems and strategies and processes.
Right. I love it.
Oh, I love them so much. It's so wild. Okay. Tell me about the next vacation that you're planning if we ever get to take a vacation ever again.
Well, listeners, if you don't know, Kenneth is my manager, and I'm putting it on air. He's going to fly me somewhere for a vacation.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
To the
wouldn't mind.
Grammys.
Right, right. I wouldn't mind going to LA. I've never been to Los Angeles before, and I would love to go just to, see the scenery and see, what people talk about, the lights and all that type of stuff, and go do some fun stuff down in LA.
Heck yeah, that sounds so awesome. And we could totally go get sushi at Nobu and just like, hang out and watch people on the beach. That sounds like so much fun. Tell me your best advice to help our listeners live with audacity.
Be bold. The best advice is to be bold. I think as a body, we're a little quiet. We're not as bold as Christ has called us to be. Those disciples were going into different parts of the world to stand up and talk about Christ. They were beaten, they were in danger, they were put in jail. And not saying that we will get to that extreme, but we have to have some type of boldness if we say that we live for Christ. So that audacity comes it comes with boldness.
Yes. Ah, so good. Oh my gosh, I love it. So let's tell everyone how they can find more information out about you, about Art Lives Matter, and where the heck to buy your album.
Right. So you guys can find out a little more about me at www.theartlivesmatter.com. That is my website. And Category 6 is out today on all music media. So if you like Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to music, please, you can go purchase it and download it and listen to it. And I promise you, it will change your life.
Yes, I love someone that is so confident that their work can change other people's lives. It's just, I just love that so much. So yes, I will put all of those links in the show notes for you guys so that you can find out more about Andre. Andre, thank you so much for being here. This has been
Mm.
so heartwarming and enlightening and just has totally lifted me up today. I hope it has lifted somebody else up here today too.
Thank you guys for having me. I love all you guys. And remember, be bold and go get Category 6.
Yes, absolutely. You have to. It's so good. All right, Andre, thank you again. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Hey, y'all, I had to jump in here real quick because I need a favor. If you are loving the Live with Audacity podcast, I need you to do me a big solid favor and share it with your friends, share it on social media, and go to the Apple iTunes link and click subscribe, rate it, review it. I need to know your feedback, and I want to keep putting this out for you, so I really need your help to get the message out. Thank you so, so much for your loyalty and your super kind and sweet words. They mean so